Here's 2 TRX core exercises I wish I'd started sooner myself as a beginner. I'm going to show you which ones they are and how to do them effectively with muscle-centric technique, not just mindlessly moving. Now the first one, you've probably seen it before. It's just a simple knees to chest, all right? The key with this one is the squeeze at the top. Now there's 2 ways you can do this depending on your upper body strength. The first obvious way is like this, in a sort of press up position, okay? Or you can do it like this, if that's a bit easier. So when you get to the top, when you really bring your knees to your chest, you want to squeeze the abs super hard, all right? So watch me do this. Remember, it's a slow tempo, okay? We always use a slow tempo to build quality lean muscle. I'm going to go on my hands like this. And as I bring my knees to the chest, I go 1, 2, and I squeeze. 1, 2, and I go back down. 1, 2. At the top there, I am squeezing. I'm like this. I'm going, and I'm squeezing. You can see the abs squeezing there. And I'm squeezing them as hard as possible. And as I lengthen back out, bring the legs back out, I try and maintain that squeeze as much as possible. We want to keep tension on the core, okay? If you want to take it a bit easier, it looks like this. So it's still 6 seconds. You go 1, 2, squeeze. And back down for 1, 2. Yeah? And back up for 1, 2, squeeze. Okay, so that's a little bit of an easier version of it. But if you can, try and do it like that. Now that's the first exercise. Master that with slow control technique and you will really feel it. Now what you really start to feel with that type of TRX core exercise, you kind of feel it works a little bit at the lower portion of the abs and your core, right? So then we want to kind of target more of the upper and the sort of the abs as a whole, but more sort of work the upper a bit. The one for that, the second exercise, I call it a jackknife. Again, we want to focus on slow control technique though. So the advanced version, when you build up to it, looks like this. Okay, so your legs are straight and you jackknife right up, squeeze, and you come back down, and at the bottom you just kind of stretch a little bit like that. The beauty of this exercise, that little stretch at the bottom allows us to take the abs through a full range of motion. So we go from a long contracted state right up to the jackknife, which is a short contracted state of the muscle. That's a good range of motion, okay? How you can build this up though is you go in a position like this or like this, right? Depending on how your upper body is. Hold yourself like this and just do little ones to there. Squeeze and back down. And back up for 1, 2, squeeze. And back down for 1, 2. Yeah? Notice how I'm keeping the control. 2 seconds up, 2 seconds squeeze, 2 seconds down. Then eventually you can progress that up. So you progress it up to like this. 1, 2, squeeze. And back down for 1, 2. Little stretch and hold. Again, I'm squeezing at the top there. I'm getting my abs and I'm squeezing them super hard. Look at my squeeze face, it's really bad. But that's the key, all right? Try and squeeze and contract super hard at the top, lengthen at the bottom. Try those 2 exercises. I suggest you start with the beginner first, build up some of that, and then advance more into the jackknife. But try and work those 2 exercises in. Remember, nice and slow and controlled, and you'll start to feel your core strengthen and you feel your abs pop. Feels awesome. If this was helpful and you want more muscle-centric technique with the TRX, check out this vid. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.